Welcome to the Department of Psychological Sciences Advising Session. This session is designed to give you an overview of our majors and minors. The Department of Psychological Sciences has two majors, psychology and behavioral neuroscience. We also have a minor in psychology. I'd like to introduce you to the faculty and staff of the department. As you can see, each faculty has a specific area of expertise. Although you'll be assigned an advisor, you are welcome to speak with any faculty for career and research advice. We also have two staff members that are here to support you.
Here are some tips for interacting with your advisor. First, check the frequently asked questions that are listed on our department advising page. Here you'll find a lot of answers to many common questions, and this should really be a first resource for you. Some simple questions also can be emailed to your advisor. If you still need to meet with your advisor, check your advisor's posted office hours on My San Diego and try to visit during that time. If you're unable to attend office hours, email your advisor to set up an appointment, and preferably do so a week to a few days in advance. In preparation for your meeting, bring a completed psych or BN checklist, and also bring specific questions. This will help organize your time with your advisor. There are several different requirements that need to be met in order to graduate. One requirement is the 124 total unit requirement. In addition, 48 of the 124 total units must be upper division. That is, they need to be completed at the 300 and 400 level of coursework. Psych majors, as well as BN majors, earn 28 upper division units. However, the remaining upper division units must occur as electives or as part of a minor, and they can be in any discipline. Some you may notice will apply to core requirements.
The department has major course checklists for both psychology majors and behavioral neuroscience majors. You should use this checklist to guide you through your required courses. Remember that you should follow guidelines of the bulletin that was in effect the year that you declared your major. This should be listed on your degree works, and your degree works will reflect those requirements.
If you look at the BN course checklist, you'll notice that some of the courses have courses in parentheses that are listed right after them. These courses in parentheses are prerequisites for the courses listed. In order to enroll in the courses listed, you must either be enrolled in or have completed the courses in parentheses. These are non-negotiable. Furthermore, there's no double dipping of courses, and by that we mean that if you use a course for your minor, for example, you can't use that same course for your major. So a chemistry course that's used in partial fulfillment of the requirements for the chemistry minor may not also be used for fulfillment of the BN major. Some courses are only offered in the fall or in the spring, so you can't count on any given course being available each semester. You'll want to definitely bring your completed checklist to each meeting with your advisor.
Please check your degree works periodically. If you notice an error, for example, classes aren't listed in the correct section of your degree works, your advisor can help you move the classes to the correct section. To move any classes on degree works, please send your advisor an email with 4 components: your USD ID number, the number of the course you would like to move, where the course is currently listed on your degree works, and where you would like the course moved to. It's important to include all 4 of these components in your email. This will make it easier for your advisor to submit the request and will help speed up the process.
Your registration date and time can be found in My San Diego under My Academics and My Registration. Registration takes place mid-semester, and your registration date depends on how many units you have completed. Before you register, you'll want to check My San Diego under the One Stop tab to see if you have any holds, and take care of your holds before registering. Make sure you do this in advance of your registration date, because it may take a few days for the holds to be lifted. One of the holds will be an advising hold. Please contact your advisor 2 to 4 days before your registration date with your registration plan so your advisor can remove your hold. Please do not wait until the day before or day of to contact your advisor. If a class is full when you register, you can add yourself to a wait list. Advisors cannot add students to particular courses. Instead, the student must contact the instructor of the course with their USD ID number. Please note, instructors may or may not be able to exceed the class limit.
Proposed schedules for psychology and behavioral neuroscience can help guide your planning for your course load. Those can be found on the checklist for the Psych and BN majors and also can be found in the bulletin. And they lay out a proposed schedule of timing of taking classes that can be useful. Be careful when you're doing your planning not to stack too many difficult courses in a single semester. Although that varies from individual to individual, you can ask your classmates for their recommendations on what they found to be more challenging classes. We also have to remind you that you cannot take any core or major classes pass-fail.
Seniors must register for Psych or Nerve 492 during their last semester at USD. December graduates should take the exam the spring of the year prior to graduating. The course is an exit exam that takes approximately 30 to 45 minutes to complete. The results are confidential, however, we do need your name and ID in order to track completion. Your responses will not be graded. However, you should answer all questions carefully. Many of the questions concern your perceptions of your experience here, so please answer as thoughtfully as possible. We need useful feedback in order to improve our program and identify what is working and what is not.
Although we hope this doesn't happen, you may have a semester where you face some bumps in the road. If this happens to you, just pay attention to the add-drop deadline and the withdrawal deadline for your courses. The add-drop deadline is the last day to add or drop a class without receiving a W. In this case, you would receive 100% tuition refund. The withdrawal deadline is the absolute last day to withdraw from a class. In this case, you would receive a W on your transcript if you withdrew from the class between the add-drop deadline and that withdrawal deadline. Please note that the first 10 units of D's and F's can be retaken. Those grades will not be included in your GPA, but they will show up on your transcript.
If you are interested in taking a class at another university, you should fill out a petition to transfer before you take the class at another school and have it approved by the chair of the department to which the course will be transferred. So for example, if you wanted to take a biology class at another university over the summer, you would want to submit a petition to transfer during the spring semester to the biology chair and have the biology chair approve that before you take the class. This will avoid any surprises because if you don't get it pre-approved, there's always a risk that it won't transfer when you get back to the university. Another thing to keep in mind is that you need to take the last 30 units before you graduate at the University of San Diego, which is called the residency requirement, and exceptions to that would have to be approved by the dean. You should also keep in mind that you have to take upper division courses to satisfy upper division requirements. This is particularly a problem at community colleges, which don't offer upper division units. So if you were to take developmental psychology at a community college, it would not fulfill the USD developmental psychology requirement because our requirement is an upper division requirement. So make sure that you've got the right level of course to satisfy our requirements. It's also important to keep in mind that your transfer course GPA will not count towards your USD GPA. If you're interested in studying abroad, which we highly recommend and encourage, please make sure that the program selected offers courses that are going to fill your required courses. And it's important to keep that in mind in planning because some study abroad locations have very limited offerings in psychology and particularly in behavioral neuroscience. So sometimes when students want to study abroad, they may think about saving core courses for abroad that may be actually more available in the sites that they are going to be attending. There are some programs in Cork, Ireland, and Vienna, Austria, some in New Zealand and Australia that do offer some courses that fulfill some BN requirements, but it's important to kind of plan in advance and make sure that you're going to have some courses that will count towards your graduation. One caution is not to take biopsychology abroad because we do not accept that as a transfer. There are lots of opportunities to get involved in research at USD. It's not required, but we do highly recommend that you take advantage of these opportunities, and also, if possible, to start early. You can start as early as freshman or sophomore year in getting involved in research with a faculty mentor, and there are ways to get academic credit for it. So you can get academic credit for working with the USD faculty member through either Psychology 496 or 499 or Neuroscience 496 or 499. A good way to get started if you're interested in doing this is to look at our department website and look at the faculty research interests that are listed there. Once you find a faculty member whose research interests you, you can contact that faculty member directly and ask if there's any opportunities to get involved in research in their lab. If you find that is the case, then you may then register for either Psych or Neuro 496 or 499 under the mentorship of that faculty member. You can also get academic credit for working on research outside of University of San Diego through either Psych 497, Applied Experience in Psychology, or Psych 498, Internship in Psychology. So we've had many students work outside of USD at either UCSD, Children's Hospital, or San Diego State and get academic credit through this mechanism. If you're interested in doing that, please contact either me, Kristen McCabe, or Dr. Chiyama, and we can give you further information about how to do that. Some programs that fund student research can also be important to be aware of. A good place to check for funding opportunities is the Office of Undergraduate Research, which maintains the files of all kinds of resources to support undergraduates in getting research experience. But then another couple important ones are the SURE program, which is the Summer Undergraduate Research Experience program, and that funds students to work on research with the faculty mentor over the summer. So that gives you a stipend and a housing allowance so that you can focus full-time on research with a faculty mentor during the summer months. That is a competitive program and you need to apply. So if you're interested, I would start by trying to find a faculty mentor that you might want to work with and they can help you walk you through that process. Another program that's really a wonderful resource is the McNair Scholars Program. And the mission of the McNair Scholars Program is to support first-generation college and ethnic minority students who wish to pursue doctoral studies. They also provide stipends and support for research over the summer, as well as lots of other resources to assist you in preparing for graduate study, like applying for graduate school and getting presentation experience and things of that nature. So if you're interested in that, I suggest that you go to the McNair Scholars website and email those program organizers to find out whether.
In addition to research and teaching assistantships, there are other ways to get involved in the Department of Psychological Sciences. One important way is joining the Psychology and Behavioral Neuroscience Club. This club brings together students interested in both psychology and behavioral neuroscience, and it organizes guest speakers, graduate school panels, research presentations, as well as social events. And lastly, Psych-Chi is the Honor Society in Psychology. It's available for those who meet high GPA requirements. And after application and acceptance, you will be involved in various outreach services through the department, including tutoring for various coursework. We thank you for watching this presentation and becoming oriented with features of your behavioral neuroscience or psychology major. If you have follow-up questions, you're welcome to contact psychology@sandiego.edu. You also can reach out to your academic advisor. Thank you for your time.